This is Big Daddy Ray.
And this is Herma from Sick and Beautiful.
And you're listening to Brutally Delicious Podcast. Stick with the Sick.
I love how the visuals come into the interview. I love you guys. I love you guys already.
Well, thanks for joining me. I'm Bruce. This is my partners, Chris and Rena. Appreciate you.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Very nice to meet you guys.
Rena, you want to start us off this time?
Yeah, cool. Let's start with the visuals. Awesome. You know, like I was just watching the video and you just like, you know, popped out of the video and boom, now you're at this screen. And yeah, can you tell us a little bit like what's behind it? Because there's definitely the music, there's a bit of a Manson vibe, but with the visuals, you're kind of bringing some typo into the game as well. So can you tell us a little bit like what the relationship between the sound and the visuals are?
Well, actually, you're right with about Marilyn Manson references. Since I mean, for this album, in my opinion, I put a lot of Marilyn Manson since I'm a big fan of course, of him, and I kind of wanted to give like a darker industrial vibe to the visuals, and also something more edgy than instead of what we did before, because this is an album way darker than the previous ones. So. You know, I wanted to bring a little bit of the shock value again to the band, and if we are not shocking enough, I mean,
at least we're trying.
I think you succeeded very well.
Thanks.
So where are you guys at? Where are you guys from?
We are from Rome.
Rome, Italy. Actually, you know, we're from other planets, but our starship crashed in the vicinities of Rome, Italy. So,
That's where the starship landed.
Yeah. At least the food is good.
Crash landed.
So now that StarStruck is done and due for release, I guess in a couple days, right? Like 3 days?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? Are you satisfied with the outcome? And what has been the response to the singles that have been out?
Oh, well, we're very satisfied, actually. And the response was amazing since now we just closed our Kickstarter for the pre-order campaign for the album and for the short movie we're putting together. And it went amazingly. So we're actually very surprised and happy of the results. But I think we feel like it's not over yet because we still have so many things to do.
There's so much to do still. We still have 2 more videos in production. And in one way, I'm so glad it's out, so it's done. Even though we've been working it a long time, and actually the album was ready about 8 months ago, and then we were just waiting for the release. But there was so much preparation for all the promotion to be done, and still we're doing that.
Yeah,
right.
Well, the video is getting
gigs lined up.
I'm sorry,
Go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead.
I was asking whether you guys have a lot of gigs lined up, like, you know, just aligning with the release, or is it just the video production and so on?
Oh, no, we're working on it, actually. We have a new European tour in September and supporting Imperial Age. And we do have few shows here in Italy, and we're working on something huge, but still I can't tell anything about it.
Actually, everything is happening so fast all at once, and it's hard to keep up because so many unexpected good things, which is good, of course. But you know, we have to keep the pace, and it's a lot of work, as you can imagine.
True that, Chris. What were you?
So the visual side of the band seems to be really important to you guys, which is I find something that is missing in some metal these days. You know. How do you guys produce your own music videos? Do you have an image consultant? How do you deal with that kind of?
We do everything ourselves. From the beginning, that's what we always did. And it's been a very organic growth. It just kind of happened with all, you know, the movies that we like and of course the bands that we like, and just the theatrical stuff. And we both work in the movie industry. So it just came natural to us, and
it began from necessity to to something that we really like to do, actually.
It's
Yeah,
just
well,
the
I mean,
way-
that's kind of where I was getting at, because I was like, it seems so well defined, even from the presentation on the podcast to the video. And now you say you want to work on a short movie that you have a Kickstarter going for that you just completed. Like
Yes.
everything seemed very well thought out and well planned and put together in a package that's very
it's a lot of
saleable.
work.
Yeah,
Very saleable.
actually. So that's why.
What's that?
We are control freaks, so that's why.
There you go.
There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
No, Kickstarter campaigns, those are quite hard to finish and manage. So congratulations on getting it to, the end. But what was that like? I mean, you got to really put a lot of time into that, right?
Yeah, it's a job in itself. You have to put work every day a little bit or a lot, depending on what you want to do. Of course, we're not as popular as other bands yet, so it was great to see such a response, because it's one thing to say you like the band, and another thing is to put your money where your
Right.
mouth is. So it was 4 times the goal we reached, 4 times over. So we're very happy.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
So did you make all that steampunky gear yourselves? Or
Yeah.
She makes it.
is that the extent? It is awesome. So much
That's
respect.
Yeah. She does most of
I want some. I'm like,
Yeah, me too. I'm here like, where do I get that merch?
yeah, me too. So
Yeah, we do everything. Also our merchandise and everything we do by ourselves. Our stage props, and sometimes
it's-
they get burned. But
Yeah.
it's very much like a punk DIY kind of
Yeah.
attitude, but in a
Absolutely. It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is.
it's very
always
cool.
like, even now with the label, they left us the freedom to keep doing that, pretty much. So we're glad about
What was it like getting involved with Frontiers then? So like you guys are very DIY, very control freaky, and now Frontiers is involved. How did that change your perspective, or did it change it at all?
well, it did change just in a good way, because for the first time we got a team that's working with us, helping us, supporting our ideas
and promoting it and bringing it out there,
Yeah.
in a larger way. But as far as the creative part, that they left us complete freedom to do whatever we're doing.
That's great.
We've heard that from quite a few Frontiers artists, where the label just stays creatively out of the way. They just want the record done and on time,
Yeah, I know. I mean, we know the guys personally, that they're awesome. So yeah, we couldn't be happier at this time.
So being that you're so theatric and you've got this whole image, when you're writing, are you writing the songs like how they're going to come across on stage or how they're going to fit in with your stage show, or do you adapt your stage presence to match the songs? Does that make sense?
I guess both.
Yeah, I mean, not really, I would say, but at the beginning, the song is just a song, but then along the way, you just start imagining yourself playing it on stage. Of course, being on the third album, that you have some older material that you're going to be playing also, so you have more freedom to do stuff that maybe you're not going to be playing on stage, but it sounds good on a record, and it gives more variety on the whole thing. But on the other hand, this album was very feral in its playing and writing, so I think pretty much all songs are free to play on stage if you want to.
Gotcha. Rena?
And I guess that sometimes when we all hear the song, the demo version of the song, we began to have some visual ideas, and sometimes we choose singles from the album just because we want to realize some kind of video that matched to that song, and that's pretty much how we did choose some of the
But
songs.
if you think about it, we also write the song visually, the way we also put together the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's all very visual, from even if it's just sonic, but at the beginning, there's always a visual involved. The way I imagine sounds, like colors, I don't know if it makes any sense.
Oh yeah. So I know that Your spaceship has landed in Rome there, but what's Rome like as far as metal goes? What's the metal scene there?
It's not a big metal scene, to be honest with you. Not compared to the rest of Europe, I guess. There is a scene.
Country.
There is a scene, but it's a niche. It's a niche market, you know. It's an older market too, you know, compared to, say, the US or even England, Germany.
Of course, we love playing our city because we can meet our friends and people we know personally. But actually, playing outside of our country is the thing that keeps us alive.
Gotcha.
Because I think international crowd is a little bit more into supporting the band and buying merchandise.
They're used to the sound, you know, to the kind of music more than Italy, anyways. You know.
Right. That makes sense.
Especially
Yeah, it's funny because, correct me if I'm wrong, but Spain is, you know, completely different. Actually has a music scene, is a big market for metal. You know, and you're just like neighboring countries, clearly very different countries in many ways.
absolutely.
Totally different.
Actually, I would say that even the northern part of Italy is more metal-oriented in a way than if you go south of Florence, so Rome and going down, it gets less of a... I mean, like Rome, there's hardly any rock clubs, you know, so
Yeah.
Really?
where it stems from.
Yeah, after the pandemic, I think just two left. Two or left.
There's only
So.
2 clubs left.
I don't know if you guys just heard my heart break, but it was pretty loud.
Yeah.
I know. Sad story.
But it's a big world, you know, and it's a big universe.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
you know,
That's why we want to fix our spaceship to go
we
back
have
to
to aim
Rome.
for the stars, no matter what.
So I
And a
imagine
limitless number of parallel realities. So,
Right.
you know, we can choose the one that fits us, Chris.
Yeah, we have the multiverse.
Absolutely.
I also imagine it's easier to tour in a spaceship than a bus, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we need to get it fixed.
But do you have the same rule as in the tour bus, that nobody gets to take a shit on board the ship?
Right. No
Like,
number 2
always
on the
need to
ship.
Stop by some asteroid to take a dump, and then you can, like, you know, nobody takes the shit like in the spaceship.
Absolutely.
Here's the rule on tour buses. I'm sorry, Chris is embarrassed again. You know?
I'm not embarrassed,
That's
but
why I'm here.
I was
love
just
your,
gonna
like,
say.
just-
I was just gonna say I have a tour manager friend of mine always used to say, when you're on the tour bus, there's 2 rules. You don't take a shit on the bus, and when you pass each other, it's ass to ass, never crotch to crotch.
I'd heard the one. I never heard the second one.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. It's awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But I guess you guys don't want to talk about poop, so we can go back to the music, which is anything but. You know, it's a really cool single and it's a really cool video. So everybody go check it out. And so what's like the best case scenario for the album? Like if all your dreams come true, what's gonna happen?
Well, I think touring worldwide and playing the biggest festivals.
Of course.
That's
worldwide. Coming to the US, come and play in the US, that's for sure. On the top of the list, that's for sure.
That would be great, but I don't think anybody wants to come here right now. I think most of us
At
want to
least
leave.
don't take your kids and put them into like
Right.
school while you're there, you know?
Yeah.
So I imagine that we look like a bunch of fools to people outside of this country, right?
No, actually not.
Really?
No. Well, I've lived in Los Angeles for many, many years.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Actually, I have the dual citizenship, so
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
I think we are all into the American dream still.
yeah. So yeah, we totally can't wait to play over there and visit and just travel around the country. It's a great country.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
I love it in North Virginia. I will say that. The people here are great. Would I go to Indiana? The answer is no. But other than that, I'm okay.
Well, I can speak for California, so it's,
Yeah,
There you
I'd
go.
go to California. I'd go to California.
Well, that's all I've got. Chris, Rena, you got anything else?
I don't.
I
Thank
think
you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the
Fucking
time. Good luck with the record and the tour. Stay safe.
Thank you
Thank
for
you so
having
much.
us.
You guys rule.
Hey, be well.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Love meeting you guys. Have a good day.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.